on to relationships that are very tough, that from the outside look turbulent, difficult, challenging, the classic "I can fix him" meme. What have you come to believe about that?
Yeah, could go in reverse there. So you're not going to fix anybody. To tell folks out there, it's a common belief. People almost seem to have it as sport or hobby, right? Like I'm going to go fix people. It almost just never such low odds that ever ends up working out. But
Why?
because people are stable, there's these really beautiful studies of personality where they track people for 40 or 50 years from the time they're in their teenage years to the time that they're retired. And if you were highly neurotic when you were a teenager, you're like the grumpy person at the retirement home. It's just like a stable kind of thing. Also, if you were the sweetheart, really nice, always helping people out kind of person in high school, you're doing the same thing
Do you
in
reckon?
retirement home.
Do you reckon that's the same for sociosexuality? If you were the girl that was sleeping around a load in high school, you're still the girl that's sleeping around a load in the retirement home?
Well, that is a concern actually with older adults right now. So there's this STD concerns. One of the places is most acute in public health is among older adults.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
which is amazing. So yeah, people don't change because traits are stable, and folks might see these articles every now and then that you can change your personality, and that is true to an extent. But the number of people who will change their personality, like the rough way to put that is about 20 to 25% of people, like for example, who are neurotic, will turn themselves into not neurotic people anymore. The remaining 75 to 80% will show stability over time. And the reason I like to put things that way is if you're in a position of choosing a partner, this is a bet, really, right? And you're saying, okay, so I have this person who's high in neuroticism. Do I think that's going to change? 75% chance, yeah, going to be exactly the same way for the rest of my life. 25% chance they change. That's not a bet I would probably want to make, Yeah.
It's interesting when you think about sort of what people are doing when they first find a partner. They're kind of, I get the sense, and you may tell me that my belief in personal growth and malleability is misguided and must be subdued. But you're trying to find somebody that is as close to the bullseye of what it is that you're looking for, whilst making the decision rationally before you get into passionate love, using evidence-based insights from somebody as educated as yourself, trying to find somebody that's close to the bullseye, but also has, I would guess, as strong of a capacity to grow, to work on themselves, to be able to update their beliefs, the way that they operate as possible. And it seems like those two variables, how close are you? Where's the starting point? And how capable are they of running and maneuvering towards something that is more healthy?
Yeah, no, exactly. So you're kind of identifying this trait that sits outside of personality a little bit, right? Which is this interest and this persistence to grow as a person. And I think that's if people want to put something in their top three, that would be another great trait to put in their top three.
Capacity for growth.
Yeah, it's capacity for growth and
yeah.
And that dogged commitment to it. Because it's one thing, you and I probably both know people who have some bright idea every other month about, I'm totally going to change myself in this way.
Yeah.
Usually has the word radical in front of it,
Yeah.
I'm engaged in radical self-disclosure or something.
Yeah. Radical honesty, radical painting.
Yeah. And I'm always like, what I'm more interested in is, that's cool and that's part of it. It's a necessary first step, but then how many people now have the dogged determination to actually make that happen? Because it's so hard, right? Over the course of really years to, turn that huge ship around and make it so that you have this better range in your personality.
Yeah, you've got to be dead ass committed if you are going to actually do anything. Yeah, you're right. I think the way to look at it is these forces, personality, whether it's infant upbringing, genetic predisposition, time, place, confluence, nature, nurture, whether it, whatever it is, whether it's personality, whether it's attachment style, whether it's values, whether it's ideological belief, whether it's all of that stuff. It is, no matter which of those you're playing with, it is a marathon to try and get that to be nudged. And, that's where, the 20% sits, right? For the most part, these are probably, I imagine there's not many people that fluke themselves into lowering their neuroticism. It's probably, the people that listen to podcasts like this one,
Yes.
the insecure overachieving personal growth maximizers, who are really sort of trying to better themselves within the world. They're thinking very carefully. They're very reflective.
Yeah.
They're really trying to work on themselves, but that's a terrifying minority of most people.
That's so true. So maybe for some of your listeners who, maybe are really into fitness, for example, if you think about, I'm always annoyed like January 2nd in the gym when you can't get on anything, right?
Yep.
This overrun with
all the creatine's taken.
That's right. All these New Year's resolution people. I mean, the same exact mindset and outcomes could apply to something like personality. Like, okay, someone could have this really bright idea, like they want to get fit or they want to change their neuroticism, but who's going to be there even in March? Who's going to be there, much less in December? And, as your listeners know, who are really committed to fitness, it's not even a year, right? It's a course of numerous years and being really disciplined and constantly evolving and learning about new things in nutrition and technique and other things that actually lead to a meaningful change in their body composition and their fitness and their health. Same thing with your mental health and your psychological health. It's that degree of commitment and obsessiveness, right, to make some sort of long-lasting change.
I want to talk about something that's really important to me. So